Hi, welcome back to the channel. Now this is a special video that I'm doing for a very dear friend in America. I did promise her I would do one on roses, caring for them, and I said I'd do it from the beginning, from when I first cut it right back, right through the whole season until again this time next year when it's time to be cut back again. Now, just for this video, because these branches were out, they were up, they were all over the place, hanging out everywhere, I did take some off for now, so I could do the video without having a branch in my face and getting scratched, because these thorns, if they get hold of me, I bleed like a stuck pig. So, welcome to how to cut back your rose. Now, a bit of history about this rose. I had a guy here, I can't even remember how long ago I had it done, maybe 15 years ago, could even be 20 years ago, and he did all this paving for me, built the limestone wall, the letterbox, so I could have a little garden here. Before it was just all weeds and a mess. I tried to do gardens in it before, I had copper's logs, and it just didn't work. The copper's logs bent and warped, so I decided I'm going to get it done properly. And while he was paving, he asked me, did I like roses? And I said, yes I do, I love them, but I've had no success with them up to now. Where I live, I built my house, this was all sand dunes. So this is basically sand, and every now and again I can put some stuff in and just build it up a little bit, but it's nowhere near good soil, and that's why I wasn't having any luck. He said, oh well, I've got a job I'm doing, and it's an older lady and she wants to get rid of her roses, and I said, all right, well, I'll take them and see how I go. Well, I got 3. There's this one and 2 others that I put over in another garden. This is the only one that survived. It's out in the sun, and honestly I very rarely water it. It gets rainwater. I do water now and again, and I think I'll better give it a bit of a drink, but it just keeps going and going, and the blooms are beautiful. So I won't mess around any longer, because we need to get on with this video and stop me waffling. So first of all, what I need to do is I need to cut it right back. And what you do with a rose bush is you cut it back 2/3 of the way. And you have to try and get it into like a vase shape. So if you've got any, like this branch here is going into the middle, that has to go. But that'll go anyway, because I'm going to cut this back all the way down here. So I'll show you on these 2 because it's easier doing the front. Otherwise then I've got to move the camera around all over the place. So I'll talk you through these, what I'm doing here and how I'm doing it. And then I'm just going to go and do the whole lot so you can see what it looks like at the end. But I will speed up the rest of this bit so that you're not stuck watching me doing what I need to do. Now the tools I've got some small secateurs. Now I can use these for thin branches like that, but after a while that action, it starts to play on that arthritis, so then I have to swap. I've actually got a bin over there that I'm going to bring up and use. So what I did when my stepmom passed away and we had the funeral, there's rosemary over in this over the side of the driveway, and I was getting the rosemary to take for the funeral, and my son lent me his battery operated secateurs, and it was so easy. So I had some Bunnings vouchers, as I usually do after Christmas and my birthday, and I invested in my own battery operated secateurs. So you'll get to watch me use these as long as the battery lasts. And the other one I have is, I usually use these for right down the bottom because they've got the long handles, I don't have to bend too far, and I can use those to go through the thicker branches. Okay, this might work. I won't have to bend so far even with this now, and that might be big enough to go through the thicker branches, and having the power of it hopefully is going to help. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to bring the bin up. And then I can just throw everything in straight into the bin. This is my council bin. Today's Monday. Don't ask me what date it is because I'm no good at dates. Every day is the same. But Wednesday night is when I put this bin out for Thursday morning collection. So every fortnight we get a greens pick up, and then the opposite fortnight we get a recycling pick up. So I'm going to start this up now and see how we go. It's got an on-off switch, so we turn it on. This here at the bottom is the safety switch. So I'll push that in, and then, oops, and that's it. Now if I try to press the trigger without holding the safety switch, it won't move. So I'm going to keep my hand on that all the time, and then all I'm going to do is push the trigger. So I'm going to get right down here. Now I'm not going to do it all in one hit because it needs to fit in the bin as well. So, so easy. Right. So now you can see a little bit better. I'm going to use these hand ones so you can hear me. Alright, so this one here, this will go, but this also needs to go because it's actually coming in. I want to be left with just one branch that is going to come out to form the vase shape. And what I need to do is, you'll see I've got a camera down here as well, so it's showing you a close-up. There are little nodes on the branch, and if you find one that's poking up, you could cut it there, and that branch then will go straight up. If I cut this one here, this will come straight up. If I cut the one down here, that's going to come out this way. So it's better to find one that's going to come straight up and cut just above it, and do the cut on a downward angle. Now the reason for that is when it rains, the rain will just go straight past that. If I did it the other way, the rain would sit in it and it would rot. And this is why I wear these thorns. You can see are really thick, and that would have got me if I wasn't wearing my jacket that Tess made for me. So look at the thickness of those thorns. That's why I use this as well to pick them up. So I've got that one. But what I need to do here now is I need to get rid of this whole thing, because I don't want this one going that way. And it's hard to get in because I've got to also do that one on a downward angle. Alright, sorry about that, just knocked the camera over. And I'm going to do this one because this one's catching me. So this little small one I'm going to get rid of, because that one's going to go straight out, and I don't want that. And this one here, I'll take that leaf off so you can see. I need to find where there's one. There's a little notch here. don't know if you can see that with this camera. Let me turn that around. Right here. So I'm going to cut just above that. And that one then will also grow up. These can go because they're going into the middle. So I've got this one coming out, I've got this one coming out, and you'll see actually here, that one, that's actually a dead stem, dead stalk. I leave it there mainly for balance. I don't know if it works, I don't know if it does the bush any good, but I figure at least it keeps it balanced around. I don't want it tipping over in a storm. And so far it's held. So I'm going to get on with this now. You've seen that bit. And I'm going to go over that side, get rid of all of that, and then I'll come back and do a bit more on this side so you can see. I just don't want to be here all day holding you up. Okay, I don't know if you saw that. I was just going anywhere, just chopping stuff out. That gets rid of all of the higher stuff so I can actually see now what's in the middle. So what I might do is, the sun's over there, I might bring the camera around this side so you can see what's going on here. And I'll move the little one so you can see better as well of what I'm doing in the middle of it. So, can we see? I'm going to take these with me. Mainly so I can show you this, okay? So in here, I don't know if you can see, this one here is coming in. I need that gone. I need all of these. This one's coming in. These ones are coming in. They've all got to go. All I want are these ones that are facing out. This one's okay here, but the one on it here, that has to go. Alright, so let me show you. And that I'm taking as close as I can to the stem. And then there can go. And even though I'm taking it away from close to the stem, I'm still doing a downward angled cut. And you can get rid of some of the smaller ones as well. What you need to leave behind is good, thick, solid stock. Don't kneel down here just yet because there are some that I've cut off. Alright, let me get down here. That's easier. Okay, so something nice and thick that's, you can see it's got nodes on it. Now, I don't know if the camera's picking that up or not. Let me bring that over here a bit more to see. Oh, I need something to poke with, I think. That one might be better. Can you see on this one here? Is that? No, it's not showing that one either. that one would be the better one to see. Oh God, I'm stuck. No, it's still not showing it. Alright, which one am I going to use? I've got to find one. Let's try this one here. This one here. Alright, see, this one here is a good example because you can actually see on here. See, there's a little red node there, a little red nodule. I know. See, there's my finger point there. There's one there. There's one down there. There's one down there. Now, with those, I'll leave them alone. But after a week or so, they will actually start to shoot out. And then you can see this one here in the middle, because that's going to grow, or anyone that's going to grow out that way into the middle, or that's going to grow down, I knock them off. I don't let them go any further. I'm trying to see. There's one over here. Now I've got to try and get up off the ground. Oi! Let's take you over here and show you this one. This one will be better to look at because this one's actually starting now. Can we see it? This one here. I can't even see where the camera's pointing. Right. That's no good, it's too high up. Right, this can't even see if my hand's there. This one here, we go. You can see it's got one there, two there, one there, one there. They are not in a good spot. This branch is actually going to go. I'm going to take it further down. But that is what will happen, that all these shoots will come out. I'm going to have to move this camera back to somewhere else for now because it's not really very useful. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'll take that one down. And take it to there. So now I've got a shoot that's going to come out this way. If it looks like it's going to come out too far, I'll knock it off. There's one there that's going to go that way. If I can't get one coming up or out this way to shake the vase, I will take that off. But it's mainly, have a look once you've done it and you've got it all the way down to where you want it to be. Keep checking it for new growth and then you can see which way your branches are going to go. Alright, so I'm going to call this one for now and get it finished, and then I'll come back once it's done and show you the final shape, because it does take a while to get in all the little fiddly bits and get rid of all the bits that you don't need. Okay, so I will be back shortly. Alright, I'm going to get, I really should get down on the ground so you can see me. I'm getting poked again. Alright, so now you can see I've got rid of a lot of this. I've taken all the old leaves off. Makes it easier for you to see what I'm talking about. So now what I've got here is the other side. What I've done is the main stem that's going out that way, I've created a vase on that, and I'm doing the same on this. So now I'm going to show you on this one what I mean by creating a vase. On here you can see there's a shoot going out that way, out this way, out this way, out that way, all over the place. Now that's still too long, because when it starts to come to growing time, the bush is going to have to feed all of that. But you want an even canopy of leaves coming up. So what I would do with that one is, I would take that one back. Now I've got a node right here, but it's not quite ready. It's not as advanced as these. So I'm going to chop that off just above where that is. Now I don't know if that got caught on this camera, so you can see it here. Now there's a little node. I can't get this camera any smaller. It's it's as short as it will go. So that's taken that one. I'm going to leave this one because it's got a node on here that's going to go up. I need to take this one out because I don't want something that's going in to the middle. So that one, get it as close as you can to the stem. It may still create a little node, but that will come up, not in. And then of course I've got some little bits of dead stick here, which I might as well remove, because we don't want, there's no point the bush trying to feed a dead stick. And then behind that, just let me pull this leaf off out of the way. Oh, there was another one, but pulling that leaf off, it just knocked it off. It must have been a dead stem. Okay, so this one's coming out, that one's coming out. That means this one's going to be in the middle as well, so this one is going to have to go also. Otherwise, everything that's on here is going to go into the middle, and you're trying to avoid having that happen. So that one's coming off at the bottom, and I've just poked myself, which I was trying not to do. Oh, I've got 2 pokes. Probably got more than 2, just haven't seen. So you can see how I'm shaping it. This one's coming out, this one's coming out, this one's coming out, that one's going in. So this one here, I'm going to do it with this because it saves me poor hands. Ah, that one's gone. Oops. And now also you can see under here, this one is going all the way out to here. This one has to go as well. I would recommend using proper rose gloves for this job. I have got some which you've seen me use before, but my hands get sweaty in them and I won't have control of the secateurs. Alright, now this one here is a bit long. Again, it'll have shoots on it. There's one up at the top. So I'm going to take that down, and I can see there's a shoot going to grow down here. So I'm going to cut it on an angle just above that. I'm going to make sure I'm doing it the right way, so the rain washes down it. There's one here that's actually got a shoot that's going to go straight up, so I'm going to take that one off, that there. This one, closest shoot going up is that one, so we'll take that off there. And you can see I'm taking quite a lot off each of the stems, This one has a shoot here, so I'm going to take that one off there, and this one has a shoot there, so I'm going to take that one off about there. That will just about do it. So, ouch, there's one here that's going to go across, but I'm not too concerned about this one going across because this has got a lot of dead area. So that one there and that one there will fill up that space. Now I've got another one here that's pointing down and trying to come back up, so I'm going to take him off. There's another one in here that's facing in, so I'm taking him off, and this one here I'm going to use this with again. Because that one was going to come straight across into this one here. So what you're trying to do is give each of your branches some space, some air, some sunlight, so that when the new shoots start to grow, they're getting the sunlight and the air. Now, one thing you might have noticed is on, ouch, some of the leaves, you will see it's what's called black spot, if you can see that. That happens all the time. Nothing to be concerned about. If it starts happening on your new growth, you can get sprays. I am having a look actually to see if there's any spray I can make myself that's made with household stuff. I am making my own cleaning products at the moment, and I think the strongest thing in there is isopropyl rubbing alcohol, which is part of your hand sanitizer, so it's not dangerous unless you're drinking, of course. So I'm going to have a look and see. There are sprays. I do have a spray that I made myself for aphids, as that is one issue you get with roses, and I can show you that once all the new growth comes, that's when the aphids come in, because it's all nice juicy leaves and you've got the first buds starting, so the aphids have a field day having a good feed. So that's the rose done. I'm not doing any more with it now. I don't spray it. Some people recommend spraying the ends to seal them. I don't know, I don't bother. Like I said, I've had it for about 20 odd years I think, and it still goes beautifully, and this is all I do. So I'm going to call this one. I don't know how long this is going to be. It might just be a short one that I can throw up midweek, but I do have a lot of other gardening to do, which I will do a gardening one. It's basically more a clean up, whippersnip the lawn, mow it, edge it. It's only a small lawn, so it doesn't take long, but I do have a lot of gardening to do, so be prepared for a lot of gardening projects coming up. Now that the weather's getting a little bit better, it's not so hot out here, I can work. I really should have my sunglasses on because of the glare, but then I won't be able to see what I'm doing. So I will see you. Actually, I need to go in and do the word puzzle, don't I? So I'll see you in the office. Well, I hoped you enjoyed that little project and that you did learn something on how to prune roses. I'm sorry for the poor quality of this video. Unfortunately, I really do think I need to invest in a decent camera, because using my phones, it's not always giving me a great video. But that's something that I've got to save up for. If I look like I'm lip syncing, I am. Unfortunately, I put my microphone on, plugged the receiver into the main phone, and I assumed it was working. I've only noticed since I've come in and set up for doing this section, the microphone was actually turned off. It's supposed to be on automatically as soon as I take it out of its charging station, but it was off. Luckily, even though with the spare phone I'd turned volume right down, it still picked up my voice. So I'm matching the main video with the voice recording from the extra phone. So that was it. Took a bit of editing, but I managed to get them synced up reasonably well. But I know I look like I'm lip syncing because I know I am. So if you didn't notice it before me mentioning it, then I think I did a fairly good job. So anyway, I will be doing another rose video in maybe 2-3 weeks, depending on how long it takes for the new growth to come up, just so that I can show you where the growth is and where I have to knock it off. Because once it starts coming out, then I can see if it's going to be growing straight across or if it's growing down from the branch, because they're no good to you. Because what happens is it will grow down and then it will start to curl up to come to the sun, and it starts getting caught in amongst other branches. So that's in the next rose video. And also I'll put together, I've already got a spray that I use for aphids. So I've just checked and I can use that same spray for black spot as well. The only difference is the ingredient for the black spot was carb soda. Everything else is the same. So I will put that recipe up for you. So if you want to make your own, you may already have rose bushes that you want to protect. So I'll give you that next week. I haven't put it together yet, so that's something to look forward to, along with all the other gardening projects and everything else that I've got. So anyway, I'll stop waffling and we will get on with the word puzzle. So last video we had, the word puzzle was this one. How did you go? Look me in the eyes. Did you get it? Hope you did. And for this week's video, this is your new word puzzle. Very easy. See how you go with this one. Pop it down in the comments or send me an email, but please do give my videos a thumbs up. You don't have to like it, just give it a thumbs up to say yes, I've watched it, and that way it gets put out to more people. And on that note, I noticed that I've gained another subscriber, so I'd like to welcome you and my more recent subscribers, but a welcome to all of you who come and watch my videos. I do appreciate you spending the time listening to me waffle when I do. So anyway, that's it for this week. Have a great week, great weekend, whatever you may be doing. Stay dry if it's raining, stay cool if it's heat wave, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.